Welcome to the latest edition of the Wichita Dinner Table. Today is 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year! Yay!
It is January 1st, the first episode of 2025. We have the whole gang here. We have the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hey, Eddie.
What's going on? We have DJ Carbon.
Happy 2025. I'm looking for the show to up my CGI budget to hang out with
No, I don't get the we have Troy Trussell with Live Local.
Yeah, fireworks, baby, yeah!
And Annette Lawless.
Oh yeah, buddy, how fun is this? 2025.
Why don't I? What?
I don't
know how we have them enabled, but I love it.
That's not work for me.
We even get the little thumbs up thing. I think maybe not.
I get no effects.
Oh well.
This week's hat is Central Standard Brewing. It is over at 156 Greenwood, a very cool little brewery. Outdoor patio, like one of the best in town. Let's move on to what did you all do this past week? It was New Year's Eve the other day. It was also like the week of Christmas. So I'll start. We spent part of the weekend. We had some friends, and we all checked out Illuminations at Botanica. I know many of you have done that. My friends haven't been there this year yet, so we took the kids and just let them, run around. We did that, and then followed it up with a visit to Cactus Cantina. I don't know if anybody's ever been. They are over on. Oh my gosh, I just went blank.
I haven't been.
Hydraulic.
Okay.
And let me pull up the address. 2002 South Hydraulic. So it's over by that Quick Trip across the street. Like, I don't even know, Waddle or whatever.
I went over there during my taco salad tour. Got a taco salad over there.
Yeah,
he does.
That's a good tour.
Salad tour. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one talks salads for me.
Oh, come on.
But at Cactus Cantina, the owner Daniel has been slinging margaritas for 32 years.
Wow.
I was talking to him. My friends and I were all hanging out, and he's like, his goal is to make it to 40 years. So shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Cactus Cantina. They did an awesome job. Also, Illuminations. It was a fantastic time. The weather was abnormally just beautiful. It's very mild. It was really cool. So it was nice to get outside. Carbon, you had quite a busy week.
Yeah, man. I've got to go the Jingle over at Public pop up. That was amazing. I had an adult skate night. And then I was also at Illuminations New Year's Eve day. We did a little ball drop every hour for different parts of the world during the day. And then I had a private party to bring in New Year's Eve. This morning's show brought to you by Liquid IV. I'm here. We're getting through it.
So on New Year's Eve, does everyone go out, hang out with the family? I know a lot of us have kids. Like we stay at our friends, not the night, but we hang out with our friends, let the kids play, and we just hang out and talk and catch up on old times.
We keep it low key too. Yeah, it's good.
You keep it low key, Annette?
Try to. I like to, we'll go to like a family friend's house or my sister's house, and just good food. Let the kids run around and get that energy out, and then go to bed early. So
when's the last time you went to like a party, like a real party that you stay at till midnight and have a good time?
No kids?
Yeah, no kid. Maybe even before then. So
gosh, it's probably been 10 plus years for me. And
yeah.
Well, I did one at the Crown Uptown. It was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. They had a big party, and they actually hired us to be there. We were doing photography, and we had like a backdrop set up. Everybody could come take a photo in their nice New Year's clothes and everything. And it was a, black tie affair. So it was really cool.
I don't know if it counts, Troy, if you have to work.
Yeah. But hey.
We were partying and working, man. It was awesome.
I bet you were.
DJ can speak to that.
That one can party and work. Why did it become a DJ? It's one of the few jobs where drinking's allowed.
That's awesome.
I last year was the first year since 1997 that I took off for New Year's, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather make money on New Year's. So back to it this year, and I don't know. Like when I don't work on New Year's, I'm like, I should be making money. This is an easy day.
Yeah.
Did you stay home when you didn't work on New Year's?
No, last year I did a tour de force. So my buddy was in town from Houston, and my wife was our DD. So I'm like, I want to go to every party possible, and nice to know people. So we basically started at Kirby's out east, and we hit up. I want to say we ended up hitting 14 different venues.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
In one
Lordy.
night, and it was like walk in, have a drink or not, say what's up to the DJ or the entertainment, and hang out for a minute. On to the next one. And we just did a tour de force, man. It was. Well, Eddie, you can attest. I know how to take a lap, right? You know,
you gotta take a lap at a quick bar, and you walk through, say your hellos to people you know, and then just make
keep it moving. Yeah,
impressive.
I have a hangover thinking about it. All right.
Eddie, I did make it out to the River City Brewery's Miracle on Mosley Street, and that was pretty neat. I think today it might be the last day that they have it. I think New Year's Day might be the last day that they have it.
They do really good work there. I mean, props to them. All right. Over the past month, I put together a top 100 restaurants in Wichita. It's something I've been doing for 3 years now. I call it the ICT 100. And I shared the list last month. Got a lot of feedback. Do you know how many of the 100 you've been to? Have you seen the list? And have you done the count?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
TKG, you're pretty well traveled. How many of the 100 have you been to?
So I've been to 85 of the 100. There's 15, which actually I don't feel good about. I feel like I should be a little bit higher than that. But, I do travel enough that I'm not always in Wichita to check out all the Wichita things.
Are there any of the 15 that you're like, I need to get to sooner than later?
Well, I took snapshots I've got 15 photographs in my phone right now of the places that I need to get to. So I'll probably share those with some of you guys and see if you want to check out any of those places over the next couple months.
Is there one you're like, I need to get to soon?
Well, there's one that I don't feel bad about that I haven't been to yet in one sense because it's been intentional. It's K-Pot, but and that's just because it's been so busy. That and plus you got to go with the right people, and right time. So like I'd prefer to go with some of you guys that would be just fun to spend 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
2 hours.
Oh yeah. It's good. I love it because, we went there for my birthday and like, if you're food curious, it's a great time to just try out some stuff. And I'm like, I think I'd like this. I tried some stuff and I'm like, I do like this. And it was just such a fun thing to enjoy. So that's cool.
All right. Speaking
Put it on your list.
of the list, Annette, how many have you been to?
I'm guessing I probably have the least amount and I feel horrible. So please don't. I'm so sorry.
Judgment-free zone here.
42 is all I've been to, which is
that's almost half. That's pretty good.
It's almost half. It's half of it's half of TKGs, but I mean I love and a lot of the things on that list. I'm like, I've really wanted to go. It's just I have my load of kids, and I will say I've been a little spoiled because working in television, you do get access to a lot of stuff too. So some of those things I probably wouldn't have known or tried or been introduced to had I not worked in TV. So that was a great job.
Carbon.
Okay, so been to an ADAT or eaten the food from? That's where I gotta
do both. Yeah, I mean, if you've done carry out, have you gotten it through like a catering gig or whatever? I'm open to that.
I'm actually not. I'm pretty not mad after her TKGs. So 76 total. 76.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty impressive for it.
Yeah, no, 76.
Very good.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but 76 total. I think probably about 5 of them I've had takeout, carry out from that I haven't been to. Wifey might be over the other side of town, and she likes to food explore too. So she's like, "Hey, I'm over here. You want me to bring you some?" Absolutely. So, but yeah, definitely some more that I'm like, okay, and a few names that I was like, wait, where is this? So, I got some work to do, but feeling pretty good about that.
Nice,
Mr. Live Local.
73.
Well,
was
right.
my total.
Ooh, Carbon's got you beat.
DJ Carbon.
Yeah,
Carbon's
Carbon's got me
you
beat by 3. Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna have to start calling him DJ Live Local.
Yeah, I know. Give him the T-shirt.
Yeah, here, let me just take it off. No, I'm just kidding.
I asked the same question on Facebook a while back, and the average is about 30 that people have been to. So everybody here is well above average.
Well above average. That's good.
I've been to obviously all 100, but there are some on here that I wish I should go to more. Like I'm looking at the list, and like the ones I want to hit up in the next month or so, I want to get back to Tianlu Bistro. It's been a while for me since I've last been there. Old Mill Taste Shop. It's probably been over a year since I've been there. I want to check that one out. Their green verde chili is excellent.
I buy chicken salad by the pound from them.
They've got a really good muffaletta. It's delicious.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's very southern.
I would say the one place I'll probably get back to sooner than later than any other restaurant will be Lottie. I want to schedule a date night soon and get my ass back up there. That food there is just, it's phenomenal.
It is.
But yeah, it's a fun list to put together and read through. I know people are very vocal when a restaurant doesn't make the list. I actually had some owners reach out to me and ask like why their place wasn't listed, which can make for a little awkward conversation. I'm like,
yeah,
I mean,
that's kind of weird though. Do you think that's a little odd for them to do that?
I mean, maybe they want to get some feedback, which I'm fine.
I guess.
But
maybe.
It does make for an awkward conversation. I'm like, well, I mean, I felt there's 100 places that are better. And it's just, it is what it is. I mean, if people put out like their top 10 bloggers list, I didn't make it. If I didn't make it, well, it's whatever. It is what it is.
At least you're not on the 100 places I'm waiting to close real soon. I mean, tell them that.
Yeah, just tell them all like, hey, you're 101.
Yeah. Well, I do have a short list. I've thought about publishing a short list of like the 30 places, that almost made it. And then next year I might make a bottom 50. Just like really piss people off. I won't do that. I won't do that.
If
you get a lot of feedback on that one.
I get a lot more feedback. That'd be a good way to get some real discussions going.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
All right. Upcoming events. So start the first week of January is always pretty slow. I think just with every, trying to wind up things or get things going for the new year. A lot of people staying in, the weather. So schedule's pretty thin. It is the final week of Illuminations at Botanica.
Mm-hmm.
Also at Century 2 is Pretty Woman the Musical from January 3rd through the 5th. We'll be sending DJ Carbon once again out to the show to do some reporting with his daughter. Question, when's the last time everybody's seen the original Pretty Woman movie?
Well done!
Ooh.
Been years.
Maybe this past year.
This past year?
Wow.
Yeah. It's good.
Oh, it's a good movie.
I have a story. Okay, so like one time in elementary school, and this is horrible. My parents, I wouldn't say I came from a super like my parents let me watch it. I saw it like probably as like a 5-year-old or something. Not a 5-year-old appropriate movie, but I had older sisters, whatever. But there was a time in elementary school where I'm reenacting an appropriate scene from the movie at the lunchroom table, and I got in trouble for it. I don't think it was because of the content, but just the fact that I was loud. But yeah, I have my heart is with Pretty Woman and Julia Roberts. So there you go.
I'm getting ready to watch it again with Brooklyn because I don't know. I think I need to watch it. I think she needs to have an idea. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe we should go in cold. But I haven't seen it in a while. A long time.
You know what year the movie came out?
Is it 89?
No, it's 90s. Like I'm going to guess 90.
1990. It's probably been 2 decades since I've last seen this movie. So I probably saw it that first year it came out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in 20 years for sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've only seen it once. I've seen the scene in The Office that refers to Pretty Woman far more times than I've seen Pretty Woman because it's a movie that Dwight had never heard of, and he keeps on calling it Beautiful Girl.
You made a big mistake. Huge.
That's right. So good.
That's awesome.
All right. And then to round out the week also is First Friday. So a lot of events will be going on in the downtown area. One that sticks out is the one at Hopping Gnome. They host First Friday every year. Starts this Friday at 3 p.m. So that's your upcoming events. Next up, we have the Trussell Truths. First one of the year. sponsored by Trussell Media.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Did you know that New Year's celebrations date back thousands of years with ancient roots going all the way back to 2000 BC?
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Amazing.
fast forward a few thousand years to 1582 is when, during the Renaissance, January 1st regained prominence as the start of the new year in Europe. So all the way back to 1582, calendar year, January 1. That was when New Year's were celebrated. And then during the modern era, societies became more urbanized in the 18th and 19th centuries. And then global influence came around, as we've been alive in the 20th century, just spread by the Western culture due to media popularized by New Year's Eve celebrations and the ball dropping and all that. Did anybody ever used to watch
Dick Clark?
Dick Clark?
Yeah, Dick Clark's ball drop?
Oh, yeah.
I have attended the Times Square ball drop
wow.
probably half a dozen times.
Really?
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, being from
New
up
Yorker.
there, yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. So what's that experience like being there live?
Pandemonium. Kind of not worth it, but I remember the one time I did go, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it back, but I did go back for year 2000 Y2K. I went back to New York, and I'm like, if I'm going out, let's do it. I'm going on the grandest stage of them all. If the world's coming to an end, let's go. So that was it's crazy, but it's great. It's a great party. The whole city's alive.
I kind of figured it'd be like Mardi Gras in New Orleans, just like
very much so.
Pandemonium, crazy, yeah.
Every subway, lots of Solo cups and Dixie cups, and everyone just pouring everywhere, and just pandemonium in the streets, and let's go,
yeah.
All right, things in the community. So starting today, the state portion of sales tax on grocery drops to 0%, meaning any tax tacked on to the local grocery bill will only be local and levied by counties or cities. So those curious, foods that do qualify are basic grocery items. You're talking like produce, milk, eggs, meat, bakery items, bottled water, candy, dietary supplements, soft drinks. Foods that do not qualify are ones that are prepared foods that are ready to eat or just need reheating. And also does not apply to alcohol or tobacco. So I believe, if I'm reading this right, like SpaghettiOs do not count.
Interesting.
But spaghetti might.
Spaghetti does, yeah. But SpaghettiOs, which I buy more of, do not count.
Well, been making them from scratch now, Eddie. If you want the
DIYOs.
That's right.
It's
I know Annette.
10 cents.
I know Annette will know this, but maybe not everybody. But Kansas was one of the very few states to have food sales tax, grocery store tax in the country. Like I don't know, there's like 3 other states, something like that.
Alabama.
Probably Alabama.
No, I read that somewhere. I'm like, I saw the thing about 3 states somewhere, and it said Alabama, Kansas, and I don't even know the other ones.
Somewhere up in the Dakotas or Montana, something like that. But it's a good thing because obviously it's, without getting into politics, but there are poor people that really hurts, and so I love the fact that we did it.
All right, I'll try to look it up. I can't find it. All right. Next up, the Artist Access Grants Program. Applications is going on now until Monday, January 6th. This is designed to assist practicing professional or emerging artists that serve the city of Wichita. Grants range from anywhere between $100 to $1,000. Last year, they gave around $9,000. You have, like I said, till January 6th to apply. Anybody interested can visit the Wichita Arts and Cultural Services page to apply. Also, last week, the Mega Millions had their drawing for their $1.2 billion. Did anybody buy a lottery ticket? I did. No one ever does? Okay.
I went in with 9 other people. We bought like 200 tickets.
Yeah.
You did not.
I think we got like 3 numbers. That's it. Out of 200.
I spent $6. I got $12. I'm so upset. I'm a winner.
There you go. Doubled your
Yeah,
money.
I
that's
actually
right.
save all my lottery tickets. I don't even check to see how much I won. And then when I have a bulk like about yay thick, I'll take him to the gas station, scan him, and just see what I won. But
Winners.
That's awesome. Eddie, how much
Yeah.
have you ever won on the
the
lottery?
most I've won was $200.
Oh,
That's pretty
wow.
good.
Yeah.
Here's a fun story from my parents. Okay, so my parents, they like to go play bingo. They're just old people. But back in the 90s, they
Young
loved
people
like
play
scratch
bingo
off
too.
tickets. I love bingo too. But scratch off tickets, my dad won, both my parents actually won a couple big draws from the lottery. He won, though, I think it was my dad, off of one scratch off ticket, $40,000. And so that's pretty big, to just have it around. I
That's
don't know if it was
huge.
like a $5 or a dollar ticket or whatever, but I didn't hear about it from them. Someone from I don't know, somewhere in Wellington, someone told me, they're like, "Oh, did you hear about your parents?" I'm like, "What?" Oh my gosh! So in high school, I was very frustrated with my parents, but that was very exciting.
Sounds like
take a
he
vacation
didn't
with that.
want you
Come
to ask.
on.
Yeah. So they're very. I would say my parents, they're pretty lucky people. Like they win a lot with little things like that. So whatever.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know how many jackpot winners there have been from Wichita, Kansas? In Mega Millions, not Powerball.
0.
I don't know any.
No, there has to have been some.
I'm talking like the
2.
major jackpot. Major jackpot winners.
A major jackpot. Oh, it was 0.
0. Do you know how
Yeah.
many jackpot winners have been from Kansas?
3.
Ooh. I'm guessing 0 too.
There
They've been like close.
There have been 2.
Oh,
The most
really?
recent one was March 30th, 2012. The jackpot was at $656 million, and someone from Ottawa, Kansas, hit. But they also won with 2 other people, so they split it 3 ways, which is like $200 million. And then
That's amazing.
March 12th, 2019, there was a $50 million winner in Shawnee, Kansas, but the ticket was purchased in Missouri. So technically, only one winning ticket has been sold in the state of Kansas.
So we're due. So
we're due, or our
We're
odds
due
just
for one,
suck.
yeah.
And then going over to Powerball side, how many jackpot winners do you think have been from Kansas? I couldn't find actual cities, so I can just find state.
Oh,
Powerball's going on for a lot longer.
I would think it'd be more.
12.
Who said 12? Troy, 12 is the right one. 2.9% of total jackpot winners have been from Kansas.
Good job. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the weather. TKG, first of the year, what do we got?
All right. Well, you mentioned that last weekend was pretty nice, and it was. And for the next few days, there's going to be highs in the 40s and lows in the 20s. Ooh. But on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to get pretty cold, and possibilities for moisture. So on Saturday, we're looking at highs in the upper 30s. But on Sunday, it's going to be a high of just 29 degrees and a low of 10 degrees. And basically right now, what I'm looking at, it's a 50-50 shot for snow on Sunday. And on top of that, it's going to be kind of windy at 20 miles per hour winds on Sunday. So Sunday could be pretty gross with very cold temperatures, wind, and snow. So Sunday, I would plan on staying in if I were you guys.
It might be a good day to go to K-pop then, if it's that cold out.
There you
less
go.
busy.
Yeah.
Just tossing it out there.
Yeah.
All right. Online shoutouts. First off, I want to wish my niece Addie a happy 6th birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Addie. We love you.
Yeah.
All right. Lindsay Bell wants to shout out ICT CPR, who is keeping the community safe and informed with latest techniques and trends. Hallie Gilbert wants to shout out Papa's Ice Cream and Treats. With winter upon us, it's the slower season for ice cream shops and whatnot. So if you want to show them some love, go stop by. They're located in Clifton Square. Kim Garnica wants to let everyone know that the Glow Run 5K in Andover is on March 1st. You can get signed up now. Money raised will go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Charlotte McIver wants to shout out Poplar Pizza in Howard, Kansas, who spent the holidays giving out free meals.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever been to Poplar in Howard yet?
Mm-mm.
They do an incredible seafood boil. I'm talking like lobsters, about yay big for about $100.
Yeah.
It's worth the drive. They do about once a month or so. Yeah, totally worth it. I've done it one time, and I really want to do it again sometime soon.
I've heard about that. That's awesome.
Lastly, Hazel Cook wants to shout out Nurses Honor Guard, who does Nightingale tributes at funerals for nurses. All right. What's good in Wichita? It's time for everyone to come prepared with something cool, heartwarming they've seen someone doing good work in the community. I'll start. I want to shout out one of our co-hosts on the show. I want to shout out TKG. Reason being, I know last December 2023, I texted TKG and I'm like, hey, I want to do something, kind of give back to people in the community and help restaurants out. I want to, buy gift cards and give away a restaurant gift card once a week, every week for 52 weeks. And I was like, this, of all people I ask, TKG'd probably be like, I'm down for it. And he was. So for 52 straight weeks, we used our own money and purchased gift cards from local businesses and gave them out every single week. Let me say, hosting giveaways online sucks. It is tedious.
Yes, it does.
It is very tedious. And like there's so many weeks I was late on, like we'd say that we'll announce the winner on Tuesday. Next thing you know, it's like Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I have not announced the winner yet. And then on top of that, you have to go buy the gift card. Sometimes it's not available online. And then you have to go through there and, handle all the work. It's just a lot of work. But TKG was on top of things way more than I was. And he had no problems helping out and, giving back to the community. So props to him. I appreciate you, TKG.
Thanks.
Good job. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
It definitely is a lot more work. There was several places that I just had to take an envelope with $20 and, it might be clear across town and they're only open certain periods of time and just like put a name on it. It was not anticipated, but thanks, Eddie.
There were some places they'd email me later and be like, hey, so-and-so never picked up their gift card. And it's been months later. And at that point, I'm like, give it to somebody else, use it, do your own giveaway. Or if you can get the money back, give it to yourself. I don't care what you do. I'm not tracking people down. All right, TKG, you're up.
I wanted to give a shout out to the restaurant owners that are receptive of critique. And what I mean by that is, for those of us that have done, I hate using the term negative reviews, but honest reviews that are not necessarily favorable. Usually one of two things happens. Either the restaurant or owner gets defensive, or the restaurant or owner is receptive. And I've had a lot of, in recent time, I've had a lot of good receptive restaurant owners. And the truth is, at least in my estimation, that most people, not just a restaurant, not just a business, but we as spouses or partners or whatever are, it's hard to accept critique. Most people get defensive. So really a shout out to everybody that is receptive of critique, but specifically those restaurant owners and restaurants that are receptive of critique, because that's the restaurant that I say, you know what, I'm going to go back and give it another shot.
Do you have any one specific moment or incident where sticks out where like they handle this very well? Like for you personally, everything you've done?
Where they were receptive of my critique on a blog post.
Yeah.
Yummy Express is, I wouldn't say that I was hard on Yummy Express, but I said I didn't have that great of an experience. And the restaurant owner, his name's Kenny. I forget his last name. He got on my post and said, "Hey, we're sorry that, we didn't live up to expectations or whatever he said. But please give us another chance." And I have not posted about this yet, but I've got a blog coming out about my second visit.
Awesome. All right. Troy.
Yeah, so I too want to shout out one of our own here. Recently joined Annette's Cooking Club. Is it a private group, Annette, or is it a public group?
It's a public group.
Public group.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody come on in.
Everybody come on in.
We'll drop the link in the comments.
So over the holidays, I cook a lot at home, and I cooked some new dishes, and I was sharing them on the Annette's Cooking Club, and people were just commenting and helping me out. Like, hey, you should have tried this, or maybe next time do this on some of the dishes that we were cooking. We did the shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie.
Your shepherd's pie looked great. No worries.
Oh, well, thank you. It didn't look good on my end, but
it looked great. I'm sure it was delicious.
It tasted amazing, but it did not look that great in our eyes. But yeah. If you haven't heard of it, Annette's Cooking Club on Facebook, it's a public group. You're welcome to go join if you're a chef, because it's all about helping each other in the kitchen. So if that's something that you love, man, go check it out.
Yeah, I love it. People share their recipes. And I mean, the whole point is just to be a food community, but not as much as I love restaurants and promoting them, it's not about promoting a restaurant. It's about promoting, your at home. I that's probably why I only have been to 42 of the 100 is that I cook a lot at home. But that's okay because I have this community that's awesome. So I'm so glad you love it, Troy. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And now is a great time to join now that the food sales tax is 0% for the state.
Hey,
nice. That's right.
Nice call.
Everything comes full circle. Yeah. All right. Carbon.
I want to shout out you, the viewer of this podcast. Hey, it's 2025, new year, new you, or same old you, just doing a little bit better. So I know it's a time for a lot of change, but just want to say, go get it. Whatever those resolutions are, salute to you. Head full steam. Let's get into this new year. And for those of you that swore off of less social media in 2025, but are still here for this podcast, extra salute to you. Okay.
Yes.
2025. Let's get it.
Before we get to Annette, does anybody have a New Year's resolution? Does anybody put any thought into it?
Well, I have things that I want to tackle for this year. I've been working on a couple of podcasts, and so I'm hoping that those will come into fruition. But I don't know. That's just like a goal. It's not like I'm going to be a better person or something. I mean,
same.
Yeah. One thing I want to work on, and I posted it on one of my stories, is I need to start focusing more on not trying to please everyone all the time, not saying yes to every single thing that someone asks me to do. One thing I have a problem with sometimes, like sacrificing my own happiness to support others. And I really do want to focus on myself and my family, more in 2025. And yeah, I think I won't read the whole post, but it's basically you don't have to go above and beyond for others. You don't always have to fix what you didn't break. You have to always show up for those who don't show up for you. And you definitely don't have to sacrifice your own happiness to please everyone, which I totally get.
Amen.
I think a lot of people, everybody's always been guilty of it. I mean, you're constantly doing stuff to help others at the expense of your time, your family, whatever it might be. So 2025, hopefully I can get a little more work-life balance and all that fun stuff,
I'd echo that. I not a resolution per se, but I'm like, be okay taking a day off on occasion and take a little vacation time and work on that balance a little bit. So
TKG, is your resolution for 2025 to be nicer?
It was to not be nice as much as I already am.
It's not to be nicer to live local?
It is 100% the opposite. I am coming for you in 2025.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, my God.
I'll be back.
All right. Annette, take us home.
Our family, we've spent so much time exploring and enjoying the city. We went to so many places this weekend and to today. Gosh, we went out to eat at a bunch of places. We went to check out the lights at Botanica, visiting neighborhoods to see the lights. I got my kids these cute, they were at Walmart, these $5, they were marked down. Christmas sales were great. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal hats that light up. Best $5 I've ever spent. But what I just love about the whole experience is that everywhere we've gone, just staffed at so many places. I know I've said it before, but it's really amazing. We went to like Andy's Frozen Custard, which I wasn't expecting during December to be so freaking busy. Oh my gosh. But the staff there, we went to Brahms. They were just so great at making experiences magical for our kids. Like, oh, hey, honey, they would make sure my son and my daughter just felt like they were equals and getting stuff like, oh, I could tell, it's just the little things. I'm like, the managers who hired those people, kudos to you. You got some people that followed this great direction and just made sure that people who go there are having the best time and making those memories. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just warmed my heart to see that. We went back and we gave extra tips to people because we were just so happy, getting out of there. And we were like, oh gosh, that was so good. Let's go back and give them, an extra thank you because of how wonderful it was. So thank you guys for making it magical for the holidays.
Awesome. Well, with that said, to all of you, Happy New Year. To all those watching at home, thank you for joining us, and you too have a Happy New Year. You've all now been excused from the dinner table.
Go eat your beans and carrots. Or no, beans and cabbage. Beans and cabbage.
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas.
There it is. Peas and cabbage. I'll cut that out. That
Happy
terrible.
New Year. No, we're leaving it in the Happy New Year, everyone.
Keep it in.
The world needs to know.